Okay.
It is taboo.
Yes. So how have people received your work?
Okay.
Would you like to?
I think initially people always feel a bit uncomfortable
Yeah.
because maybe they're not expecting you to be so real, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've heard some poetry where you know, people will be very graphic, and that can put people off because they're trained. It's that training that you can't hear that word, or if you say that word, it's too. You know, it's like, but it's a word. Again, it's a word, and it's a word for a part of your body. So how can you not be free to use that word? If I'm not disrespecting the word, then what is the issue? The word is being used to help me paint my image, to tell you my story. So don't be afraid of the word. You know, listen to the message. See if you can relate, because maybe you'll find some wisdom inside there. Something. Maybe you'll find some tips inside there for yourself. So, for me, but in general, I think once people get over the initial shock, oh my gosh, I heard that word. You know, then when they calm down, then I think they really do appreciate the lyrical aspect of the poetry. You know, the message that's there.
So, do you think it's more normalized now?
No.
You keep coming around.
No. As for the coming around,
you just went for a program that,
but you see, the turnout for the program was very low. You understand? And
you would think it would rather
see,
more people.
A lot of people feel like they are going to go to hell if they ever go to that.
Yeah, you see, if you take the history of these kind of things, jazz was considered devil music. I mean, jazz is so beautiful. It's an assembly of different instruments playing in harmony. That's beautiful. But if you ever had the compulsion to play, you'll be considered an outcast in society. You understand? And so I think it's true for the things that we've been conditioned to look at people saying. And sex is one of them. And so, no, we've not gotten to, yes, there's an avenue now, there are platforms now that people who of like minds can access. Okay, yes. So we have that now. Maybe more now than ever before. I don't know about the past. Maybe more now. But if you're asking about how we still feel about, we're still British about sex.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I want to say something. You say I cannot say that. For example, anybody who's going to watch this would have anything I'm saying. How are we censoring that? But they censor that. You get what I'm saying? And that's what it is.
Yeah, so I don't think it's just a Ghanaian something.
No, it's not a Ghanaian thing. But what is Ghanaian? We are copying the average Ghanaian is copying what, like you said, what the West is saying to us is it, you know. And so if they say talking about sex is taboo,
Alright.
It's a shame because it's a part of life. Without it, there'd be no life, you know? So
this conversation is getting hotter and hotter. Alright, so the pandemic drove a lot of people to seek other avenues of expressing themselves through, we had this program, is it open mic or something?
Open mic.
Yeah, it was something for poets, right?
Yeah.
So when the pandemic hit, these things weren't really. So how did, let's say, social media open other avenues for you, or the pandemic? What did it bring? What did it change?
Access. The pandemic gave us access. It allowed, for me in Ghana, yes.
access to the world.
It was just crazy. It was what we have been praying for, but we didn't know that we had been praying for. We needed it, And even though we are readily running back to what we used to be, we have the experience of what the pandemic brought. And so we have international collaborations we never have had as easily as we had it.
It gave us a global stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very quickly, and very easily. Because there's a lot of how do you call it, bureaucracy and protocols if you are trying to connect with maybe a poet somewhere. Hey, some poets have, what's the name of that? And there's nothing wrong with that. They have a PA. They have a whole team. I'm telling you. And before you even get to the person, you know we'll get to the person.
those poets in Ghana.
Oh, they are there. Hey, they are there. They are there. Okay. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that what the pandemic brought, yes, for those protocols, yes.
Okay, because you could get the person direct.
You know, and we did that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's what.
Okay, so I know you had opium, which I attended like a couple of times. How was that experience like?
You should tell me. You were the guest.
I liked it, but I want from you as
like I said, it was like so I'm going to have fun with this. It was like a springboard, you know, see what the diving board. So you jump in an event and then you jump in and do things. That's what OPM was. I had fun with it, you know. It was every Sunday, you know. Yeah. And there were people who were contributing into it. You know, we had the account for free. We had contributions. It was beautiful, you know. And there was an avenue of expression, poetic expression from people who had never dared to even do poetry. But because of how OPM was, it gave them the chance to be able to sit in the house, turn off their video, and then just speak into their mic. Yes. And so there were a lot of
talents.
It did. Yes, it did.
Yeah, the difference between standing in front of eyes, plenty eyes staring at you, and just sort of looking at your screen is
the more relaxed,
gives you more confidence.
The confidence. Okay.
The danger of that also is that it takes away the human connection.
Yeah, and
the
ambience.
Yeah, the ambience. If you are a newbie who is scared to break the water, that's like a perfect setting because you're just speaking. Okay, you can even zoom out when you're done. Yeah, but you've done it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So that was good for that.
With physical.
No, you can't say physical.
Yes.
Connection.
It was
it was Yes, it was people.
Yeah.
You like what you're doing, appreciate what you're doing.
Okay. So how the AC? Sorry, I can.
Yeah.
How is the connection, the diaspora in the Ghanaian, in the poetry community?
I can't speak for all Ghanaians or all diasporans, but I mean, during the pandemic especially, I was in, I joined Clubhouse and other groups and had all, somebody would send a link, there's a open mic here, come, So I think all it's done is just help us understand each other a bit more and to appreciate the diversity in our crafts, because I'm not sure how many Americans or Canadians or Australians or whatever would have realized that, even me, there's so many Ghanaian poets, and so many Ghanaian poets who are actually, at a top level in their, in their game,
circles, yes.
And having that exposure, just again, it just reinforces that desire to continue sharing, to continue connecting. So I think it did wonders for that connection.
You also had a chance to perform on international platforms, right?
Well, are we talking about on the Zoom, or we're talking about where exactly? Or have I performed to an international audience? Yes, I have. Yes. But that was physically, that was many years ago, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So what's the future like? You see, you're going to be here for some time, right?
That's right.
Okay.
The future. See, I'm smiling again. The future is wonderful. It's so what we experienced yesterday is something I've been drawing up something similar, but it was done. You understand?
You saw it.
Yes, it was done. It wasn't. There was no conversation with me that Charlie, I want to do something like this beyond. And for me, that was exciting. That other people who are not me, are doing a similar thing to what I dream about. Which means that there's in the future, there's going to be a lot of fertile land for creatives. Because it's not just going to be what we do, it's going to be everybody doing it.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Yes. And so the future is beautiful.
You want to talk about what you are planning?
The future.
Yeah.
The show that I'm planning a show now. I'm doing it with AC.
Okay.
So it's a rainmaker production, and if I don't know if you know what a rainmaker. A rainmaker is we're a community of people who are thriving to be better and contribute to our community. And one of the things that we used to meet. One of the things that we did was to sustain it was poetry. That's actually how this whole means Yali being in the lips of people in the poetry circles. Okay, because of the rainmaker action. Okay. So it's a rainmaker production. It's a physical meeting. It's opium.
Okay.
Yes, but it's different because it's physical.
Okay.
Yes. And so we'd have. I don't even know because anytime I'm talking about it, it's always exciting. Taking my words away. But we'll have a collection of poets. I'm trying to get some newbies, yes, to bring them in. We have a collection of poets. There's going to be a video, poetry video, on the day. There's going to be audios from all over. I think some African country, I can't remember yet. Yes. And then, so there's going to be, and then it's going to be streamed online too. It's going to be recorded, and that's the big thing about it. It's going to be recorded, like proper production, and then it's going to be streamed online, I think. So, yeah. It's going to be maybe my biggest, yes, in a very long time. So I'm excited about it.
Oh, okay. Nice to hear about it. I can't wait to
Me too.
see it and feel it and have good vibes.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, we're going to have that.
Okay, and any plans before going back? Any plans to, let's say, connect with the Motherland and Diaspora?
I'm here. I'm hoping to stay.
Yeah. Okay. And because we've had poets on this show, they've expressed the fact that there aren't vibrant poetry communities.
Well, that's what when I came here, I was like, so where's all the action? Where's all the action at?
Yeah.
Whether it's COVID, that means that people haven't started back again yet or not, I don't know. But one of my goals is really to immerse myself in that community, learn, find out other people, search out other people, and their craft. So yesterday, going to that show, it was really good. I mean, I was just proud of the range of type of expression that was put on display there, and it gave me hope that there's definitely creativity and more to come here. So in the future, I would really love to be part of that.
Yeah.
Setting up nights or opportunities for people to be regularly doing poetry, because I don't know if it's very regular here, that's the thing. I think it depends, or maybe it's once a month or something like that, but I think there needs to be something much more regular.
Do you have plans of training what's coming up? Or
this is something again. That's what something in the future that definitely could happen. Just an opportunity for people to learn or not even learn to be creative, because you're creative but to just
learn how to express.
To express different ways of expression.
Okay. All right. Wow, that has been an interesting conversation, guys. I've learned a lot. We've expressed ourselves. We've talked about love. We've heard about heartache in the beginning. Can we get last poem before you go?
I woke up craving your flesh, craving the worship of the cleft between thine pink-washed temple walls. I'm a man cursed with the cravings of a worship. Amen. The trainings of a carnal monk, a desire to be in front of thee, holding you in ways I never have, molding you with my hands like a pottery was my craft. I want to eat your dark, dark blackness. I want to turn deep and shallow thy rose. I want to squeeze your beep and worship on the tips of your breast, the mountain top. I want to climb and never rest, your Everest. Then I'll scout the entirety of your skin. I will know when there's a dip and a rise, and dive into what we call our sin. Then any man who came after me will taste me, for I'll be embedded in the DNA of your skin. I woke up
Like that.
craving you.
Whoa.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Would you like to drop your social media handles?
On Instagram, it's ZIARLY_. And on Twitter, it's @ZIARLEY. That's it.
And for me, I'm currently on Instagram as at LA_PO_ESI. La Poesie. Yeah? At La Poesie.
I like that name, that it has your name in it and it also means poem.
I was meant to be.
Yeah,
French teacher.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for staying tuned up until this time. I hope you've learned a lot. I hope you have picked something. I hope you feel loved at this moment. And I wish you nothing but lots and lots of love. Until we come your way again with another episode of the book plate on AKADi Magazine, stay safe.
Peace.